What's going on, guys? Blade here, back with some more Elder Scrolls Legends. Let's take more Graveyard Scout onto the ladder today. Been having a bit of an up and down time since hitting rank 5. Basically, the way it's kind of gone for me has been like win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2, win 1, lose 1, win 2. So I'm basically making no progress at the moment. And it's not even progress into the rank, it's basically up and down the snake at the moment. But hopefully we can start making some real progress soon. As we match up against Mage, my experience against Mage so far has kind of been either Control Mage or a more aggressive Tokens Mage. If this is aggressive Tokens Mage, we're kind of in trouble with this hand. But him not having a 1-drop doesn't tell us much, but if he has a 5th Legion Trainer this turn, it'll tell us a little bit more. So we still have no play. This is a very poor start for us. We don't usually want to be this late, and bringing into Little Girl turn 1 doesn't bode well for us because he probably has an Execute in hand. But I think we'll ring into Little Girl anyway. I'm sure he has an Execute, but we can maybe set up to revive it with Defiler after he executes it here. So next turn, I'll probably Shadowfen Priest the Daggerfall Mage, just so that he doesn't get that value from that. I'm trying to find creative ways to kind of stabilize here a little bit. Might need to get Cicero out, although he probably still has another Execute. Okay. So let's get out Dark Guardian, and we'll play a Thieves Guild Recruit as well. Draw into a Defiler. Now we're starting to stabilize a little bit. He still has card advantage and health advantage, and this is a turn where he could go for the Golden Saint. But we're in an okay position. And him using a Crushing Blow there is nice for us. And he's still just going to keep on shackling away. So maybe he's attempting to be a more aggressive deck, but doesn't have the cards to do so at the moment.
My scales moving shadow.
I think we just lay down Blood Magic Lord in the lane. Or I lay down Cicero. Not Blood Magic Lord, I mean Nahagliv. I either lay down Cicero and see if he has another Execute in hand. I think that's what I'll do. We could use the draw at the moment because we're still sitting on a bunch of high and not super useful cards. So if we can clear this, it would be ideal. And so far his main answers have been Harpies, which means he's probably drawing into answers soon, and we want to start kind of pushing him. So you're going to double trade into the Shadow Friend to get rid of that. If he has another Execute, it is for sure coming out now. Next turn, we either Nahagliv.
Careful there, friend.
Okay, he's gonna get out a ward.
Is there singing?
Take our damage. I think we just lay down Nahagliv. Even a double trade doesn't take out Nahagliv, and then we can just ping and finish off the Paladin next turn. There's a chance that he gets a bunch of health back as well, but we kind of just need to answer these things at the moment. And the more we stabilize, the more Blood Magic Lord is going to be good next turn. And we've finally taken the card advantage. So he's going to Schemer for some cycle. Play another Harpy. Probably not even attacking to that, honestly. Okay, never mind. That's ideal. Okay. So we will take that thing out. Get our 1 damage in. And I'm going to go for the Defiler. It's a bit risky, but if we pull it off, we'll be able to yank Nahagliv back out from the grave, which would be pretty big swing play for us. The odds of him having a Lightning Bolt at this point are pretty high. But these are the plays that you have to make with this deck.
Ancestors bless us.
That means he's going to pull out his Crushing Blow. Oh no, he pulls an Execute, which I'm sure he'll use on... Okay. That's still not the worst thing. It is decidedly worse than we were a moment ago, but still not the worst. So I can lay this down, and start getting some health back. And I think we're going to Shadow Mirror just to take some damage off the table. And then next turn, we can Brotherhood Sanctuary and swing with this guy to start bringing more stuff back. He's got to have an answer for this. No, he's fishing for one.
Let's shed some light.
He's going to hit it, so we're going to lose another little girl. But he's burning a lot of resources trying to get through this. Does he have another lightning bolt? No.
Your blood will spill.
You're going to take a buttload of damage. But we got Night Mother ready to go as well now. Okay. So what's our play here? We swing. We pull back Naha, Gleave, and maybe Little Girl for some health gain. And then we lay down Blood Magic Lord or Fighters Guild Recruit. So we're definitely pulling Naha Gleave back from the grave. Which means we have to play this at least. Which also means we probably want to get this out. With our remaining Magicka, I guess we want to go Venom Tongue.
My claws are sharp
And first, let's kill this. Let's pull back Naha Gleave. And I think we'll go for another Defiler so we can start trying to chain those together. And then we'll just lay down the Fighters Guild Recruit. So now he desperately needs to answer both the Defiler and, I guess, my parade of lethal I have lying around. He'll probably double trade into this, but the only problem is, even doing that, I still have Night Mother to generate tokens for Defiler to take out. And Night Mother's at 3, I think? Yeah. So, not expecting to trigger Night Mother this game, but it's more so for the tokens for our Slay effects. More than likely, Blood Magic Lord is the play next turn. We've used one of his lightning bolts. He still has all 3 javelins, so we're not feeling too safe yet. But this is a decent position to be in.
The elements are mine to control.
Okay. I'm gonna ruin his day a tad. Just to try and keep the advantage we have going. I'm going Shadowfen Priest in this lane, as well as pull back Naha Gleave again. Then we'll silence that Breton Conjurer, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. And then we will pull out our Thieves Guild Recruit and play Blood Magic Lord. Not attack this turn because we'd only be getting 2 damage, but we're doing pretty good now. We can always keep tokening Blood Magic Lord to get 2 Blood Magic spells.
Your storm is no match for mine.
Even this is okay. I think we swing.
Your blood will be my
Because there's a chance we pull his Odiving from the dead here.
May the ancestors bless us.
That's a pretty ideal raised dead. Oh my goodness.
Your storm is no match for mine.
Oh! Oh, it's beautiful. Even if he has a... There's obviously no way we trigger that. Even if he has a Dawn's Wrath, we're still pretty set here. Both lanes are pretty stacked. So that was some pretty amazing raised deads. I think we go for it next turn.
By the 8th, they will meet their
We're gonna have 3, 6, 11, 17, 27. Yeah, we've got plenty of damage on the board. Do we go Odoving first? Probably.
Go! Push on!
That's got to be one of his javelins. Okay. Do we still have lethal? 5, 10. We still have lethal on the board. So I think the more important one to go for now is the health. I'm saving Defiler for last, because if he manages to get a javelin here to block lethal, I'm gonna go and start rezzing some stuff. I don't have Odoving in my graveyard. Alright, so we're going to Blood Magic Lord. And Shadowfen Priest. Oh, Odoving's not in my graveyard because I didn't kill him. And we're going to silence that thing. And we'll pull a Drain Life from our Blood Magic Lord and be able to grab the win with that. So that's pretty much Slay Scout looking as good as it can possibly look that round, with a couple lucky Raised Deads in there. So we moved up a little bit into Warrior, and let's just queue up for another one. Slay Scout is probably, in my opinion, the most fun deck in the game to play when it's working. It's also probably the most frustrating deck in the game to play when it's not working. So it's kind of hit or miss there, but just the kind of the combos you can get going with Defiler and Night Mother and Brotherhood Sanctuary and stuff like that. Especially when you get Lucian out there, there's so many different synergies and combos you can go for. It's just super fun when it works. Obviously part of trying to optimize the list is try and find a way to make it work more often than not, which I can't always pull off. We have a Scout Mirror going on here. Do I want to keep Shadow Mirror? I don't think so. The only thing it would help me get rid of would be Treeminder. So these are the hands that are a little risky. Obviously, being that we're not quite a ramp deck, but almost a ramp deck, we play a lot of late game. But when my hand starts with 2/9 costs, it can be rough to come back from. But now we have a play every turn from here on out. The only problem is he probably has plays as well. Treeminder's fine. I can start getting some magicka from that unless he has other answers. Just play that out. Brotherhood Sanctuary is not coming out yet. Actually, I might play it next turn and then use one of the contracts to play Venom Tongue. Shadowfen Priest is getting held on to for Hissgrove, because the way he's playing Treeminder makes me think that he's playing just flat-out regular Ramp Scout. Okay, so rather than play Brotherhood Sanctuary right now, I'll play Venom Tongue to tempt him to take it out with those two. He's got to kind of make a decision here. There's also a potential that he trades into that and trades into that so I don't get any value. But that's also risking that I can draw Night Mother and kind of screw him over a little bit.
You must be cleansed.
Okay, never mind, he has Shadowfen Priest. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and smack that, and we'll do a little ramping of our own. Still hanging on to our Shadowfen Priests for when Hissgrove come out. I wouldn't be surprised to see them soon. Turns 5, 6, 7. Besides Night Shadow, regular Ramp Scout doesn't usually play a ton in that range. It's usually hoping to be ramped by then. Besides, obviously, his own Thorn Hist Mage, as you can see here. But still decent position to be in here. How do I want to go about this? I could burn one of my Shadowfen Priests here, which would almost allow me to clear the board. But I don't really want to make that play. What I think is a better play is playing this down. I really want to Shadowfen Priest this, and I just swing into it. But I don't want to risk not destroying his Hissgroves. So I think I will just let him eat the Fighters Guild recruit. We have better plays that are coming up soon. Obviously board's his to control now, but...
Let's go then.
Alright, Baroness isn't the worst 8-drop we could see. We don't have a good play in this turn, and again, I don't want to really burn Shadowfen Priests. Now I will.
You must be cleansed.
Definitely destroy that Hiss Grove. I've got another one ready for his next Hiss Grove as well. Night Talon Lord can come out next turn. Never mind, Shadowfen Priest is going to come out next turn. Hopefully we get another lower cost play here. This is perfect. We're going to destroy another Hiss Grove. I don't think we're going to find our third Shadowfen Priest before he gets to trigger this, but destroying 2 of 3 is, I think, a move in our favor. Especially since now I've got Tazcad, Blood Magic Lord, and Night Talon Lord all ready to go. So I think I'm going to go Night Talon Lord first, because since he's got the Leviathans coming soon, I want to get my health up, as well as if I can take the Baroness. I think it's a pretty good swing for us. Looks like we're not going to be able to pull that off, though. He's got his own Preserver of the Root. So I can Tazcad to keep my Talon Lord alive. I think is the play I want to go for. It's probably a Mummify, and my efforts to keep him alive are going to be for naught.
If I fall, the hiss.
It's going to be a Fighters Guild recruit. That sucks. I think we'll just lay down our Spell Sword. So all of these efforts are going to go to waste. He can swing and swing. The question is, does he want to take that 6 damage?
Now you will see real.
He's got a Blood Magic Lord as well. Just our lack of getting the Slay mechanics moving early on against Ramp Scout, I think, is going to be what ends up being our downfall. We really needed to get moving sooner than this if we were going to have a chance. We're going to take a shit ton of damage from there. Let's go Blood Magic Lord of our own. We're going to pull a Drain Life. 8, 16, 22. We almost have to play it, to be honest. It'll buy us a turn, maybe. So I'll play it. Then I'll lay down my Unglim over here. I'm not seeing very many ways out of this. Sure, he's going to kill the Durzog to get himself a Blood Magic spell. If not, just try and go all out for lethal, because I have no means to stop him. That's the one thing I think I might want to start running in this deck. Sure, run the Yoda thing for no reason, but whatever, I don't care. He pulled that from the Thieves Guild recruit too. So yeah, when you don't get your Slay effects going, and he was able to just kind of ramp out of control, and we couldn't answer him with anything because we just didn't really have enough of a board to start slaying, that's a good example of where the deck falls flat. We couldn't establish a strong enough board to get Slay effects off, and he just started ramping out of control. And while we still answered all of his, 2 of the 3 Hiss Groves, at that point he already was at like 16 Magicka to R10, and we just didn't really have any answers for that. So we're going to get one more against Pedro Curtis, see if we can't win the rubber match of our Slay Scout episode, part 2. Both rank 5. Warrior is our matchup. I've only been seeing 2 types of warriors. One has been all-out orcs aggressive, and the other has been a slower control warrior match, which is the couple times that I've been completely thrashed by Unstoppable Rage has been warrior decks like this, especially using Sower of Revenge. That's probably the best target for my silence guys. What are they called? Oh, I can't even remember the name right now. The 4/4 with silence. I can't remember the name. I'm just losing my mind right now. That's probably the best target for us in this deck. Taking off that 5 damage from the table. Obviously going to let him eat our Fighters Guild recruit, try and make our way past that. Just trying to survive our way down to Thorn Hiss Mages. He's playing an early Hiss Grove. There we go, Shadowfen Priest. Getting him out sooner will be obviously brighter.
Just give me an
Probably be playing it next turn actually, just to get rid of that Hiss Grove. Can't afford to let the Leviathans pop. So he's just going to go for another Hiss Grove, which is kind of a risky play for him, but I guess he wants it to work out. Let's find out.
It's nothing personal.
So for now, we will just destroy one of these guys, and hopefully we can get a second Shadowfen Priest out before he gets to 15 max Magicka. We shall see. I can also trigger Necro next turn.
Whisper your need to the scales.
What am I gonna go for here?
It's nothing personal.
Face.
Mother of mud. My scales move in shadow.
If I pull my Fighters Guild recruit out, I think that's decent value. At the same time, I can force him to swing with his Ageless Vampire, which will allow me to finish off next turn. But I also achieve that with Dark Guardian. So I think I'm going to go Dark Guardian, Windkeep Spell Sword instead.
This day will be mine.
Assuming he wants to just eat that, I finish it off, and then I swing with Shadowfen Priest next turn. Which will leave me 2 Magicka left, or 5 Magic left over for that. He's got all out lethal right now, which still isn't the worst thing, because he's going to be down to...
People are so trusting.
Alright, so the way he made this play, I can still clear. That's a pretty good job by him of definitely hitting us hard.
Confound you.
My scales move in shadow.
Definitely gonna get rid of that. And then, do I want to let him eat my Hist Mage? Part of me says yes, just so he can ramp more. But part of me also says no. I'm gonna make the more Magicka efficient play, and like I said, go for more ramp. We're gonna have to double trade anyway to get rid of this vampire right now, unless we draw another finish off next turn.
I will be your shell.
So he will trigger that, which sucks a little bit.
I can taste you.
I would protect the hist.
He's gonna just go guard city over here, which I think I will go. He's got so much lethal over here.
My
Take our damage.
move in shadow.
We are going to play Venom Tongue and Spell Sword.
This day will be mine.
Try and set this guy up. Got a bunch of damage coming at us, but hopefully we can counter it soon. Not going to be able to trigger Necro anymore after this turn.
That's the key.
This Doomcrag Control Warrior. That's
Please
impressive.
help me.
And that's a cool combo I hadn't thought of before, actually. We're going to have a hard time breaking this, though. A really hard time. But he's going to let us trigger our Blackworm Necro. I'm going to swing into this, I guess. I think we'll just go Blackworm Necro. Pull out a Spell Sword, which does us no friggin' good. Now he's gonna be able to take that out with the Defiler. So we're getting counter Slay Scouted by not being able to take out this Doomcrag Vampire. This is an excellent strategy of having a ton of guards out in front of him.
People are so trusting.
I wasn't looking for trouble.
He'll probably pull back his
Whisper
Shadow Scale.
your
Yeah.
need to the scales.
This is just rough for us.
I can taste you.
Just
Okay.
give me a name.
4, 2, 3. We still
Face
haven't
my blade.
managed to break through to the vampire yet.
Bark and root.
So we think we might be done here, actually. We can go 1, 2,
It's nothing personal.
3. But it still leaves too much damage on the board over there.
I am a child.
So, we're gonna go 1 for 2 this episode. Both times we lost was just counter ramp up slash
People are so trusting.
powerful effects. Doesn't matter, it's over anyway. So, like I said, it's one of the struggles of this deck is if you don't get your ramp effects going, or you don't get your slay value generating, at that point, you're going to find yourself kind of overwhelmed if you don't kind of snag control of the board early on. So definitely one of the downfalls of the deck, but I mean, all decks have their weaknesses. It just so happens that we're hitting ours multiple matches in a row. But that's going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm Dragon Tamer Blade, and I will see you guys next time.